Hello, my name is Dan Farisi. I am Group Director of Editorial and Content, Industrial and Tech here at Emerald. So happy to be joined today by Chris Graham, who is Business Development Manager, National and International Sales for BZB Gear. Topic of conversation is, of course, Integrated Systems Europe, ISE 2026. It's nearly upon us. Everyone's getting really excited for what will be an absolutely massive trade show in Barcelona. Of course, BZB Gear will be one of those booths that everyone is flocking to check out. That's booth 5H3000. I know that I'm going to be there, and we wanted to invite Christian on to share some of his insights about why people should check out the booth and why they should be so excited about what BCB Gear is doing these days. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan, for having me. I appreciate it as well.
So let's get right into it. I want to talk about some of BZB Gear's latest innovations for 2026. I know you're leaning in full scale on 8K products, interoperability, network-based AV systems. What are the true innovations you're bringing to market?
Yeah, so you hit the nail on the head there. 8K is really kind of our headline innovation right now. It's the centerpiece for our roadmap. We're rolling out a full lineup of 8K products designed for like esports, simulators, VR, and AR. Of course, high-end digital signage, while also putting, a strong focus on interoperability and our 8K network-based video distribution. AV over IP Gear Extreme is coming out as well. And although we understand that 8K content is still developing, we believe it's important to stay ahead of a curve. Innovation is how we continue to grow as a new brand. And with AI advancing so rapidly, we see it becoming a major driver that will push adoption of 8K much faster than, say, the original adoption of 4K, which we know took a while.
So you've talked about some of those headline products, some of that headline innovation you're going to be showcasing in Barcelona. But my sense is there's going to even additional tranche of products you're going to be releasing in 2026. I'm thinking ADAMO, Cyclops, Avento. Those names might not mean anything right now, but why don't you tell people why those are exciting launches for 26?
So yeah, we're also expanding the camera and collaboration lines. That includes our new 40x BG ADAMO. So we're going to get that long range zoom out of our new model. We have a new video bar called the BG Cyclops Pro that will be coming out with two dual cameras, including optical zoom. And we have a new compact conference camera known as the BG-AVENTO-4K that will be releasing as well in 2026. And these products, just so you know, are just designed for standard applications out there, enterprise, education, of course, live events for that 40x optical zoom, and professional environments where, flexibility, video quality are critical these days.
So let's talk a little bit about differentiation. There's going to be 1,500 plus manufacturers and brands in Barcelona at ISE. I'm interested in how BZB Gear is differentiating itself. And just to give you a sense, one of the differentiators from my point of view is how competitive your pricing is, and you don't compromise on performance to do that. So if you want to lean into that and talk about some of the other differentiators as well, I know our audience would love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, pricing is huge for us. We try to give our partners the best pricing possible, from our dealers to our distributors. And of course, big differentiators would be the flexibility that we offer, our value and support. We're still a little bit of a smaller company, so we can be rather nimble there when it comes to certain expectations. Again, we offer performance, durability, and our installer-focused support team helps reduce the troubleshooting time in the field for technicians. I know that's critical being a technician myself, being a design consultant at my previous company. Time is money, so we make sure our support team is ready to go. And then we also offer, software programs for techs and PC that work with PC, Mac. We got mobile iOS apps as well. And part of that flexibility I was mentioning also allows us to do things like create firmware. So if you have like a custom feature or function that you need for a client's expectations and you can't find it in a product, we typically can, spin that around in a couple of weeks and get you that feature that you're looking for. We've done it for healthcare when it comes to cameras that maybe pause because they've been running forever. We've created reboot schedulers. We've created Active Directory for matrix switchers for clients, and typically within like a couple weeks. So we're really quick on it.
So this will be, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think your fourth year in a row attending the ISE show. Obviously, there's going to be probably close to 100,000 people in Barcelona. I want to know what keeps you coming back again and again. And is it your partnership mentality? Is it your commitment to meeting your dealers? What is the reason that you keep coming back to this big, bustling show?
Yeah, it's all of the above. I mean, ISE is an event we never want to miss. It's constantly delivers value for our team and company, both professionally and personally. We really enjoy being at the show. We have a great time. Our products continue to gain traction across Europe, and ISE allows us to support, like you said, our dealers, our distribution partners, like the Zip Group out of Italy, IDM Solutions is in Netherlands, and then we've got a new partner, Directronic, covering Sweden, Finland, and Norway. So while also, of course, exploring new partnerships in the regions as we're still growing globally.
You mentioned earlier, Chris, that of course BZB Gear may not be the biggest company out there, but it is certainly a company that is very well respected and absolutely growing in stature, as evidenced by the fact that you've won many of our TNT awards and best awards. What would you say, though, is the greatest challenge you're still working on as it relates to being a rising manufacturer in the AV world?
I think, it's pretty obvious with, the audiovisual industry that the biggest challenge for smaller companies as ourselves is that, very brand loyal AV market. We're a newer manufacturer, about 5 years now. We've had to really prove our reliability, our performance, and long-term support. And thanks again to the amazing European distribution partners I just mentioned, we've been able to continue our mission of bridging the gap between the professional AV and broadcasting markets. And we just love that, the European markets are often more open to new ideas, emerging brands, and that mindset has played a instrumental role in our global growth. You can find our products now, like I said, through Europe, New Zealand, China, Thailand, Canada, and we're even recently talking to new distribution partners in Mexico and Latin America, thanks to the last show we attended down there for InfoComm.
I will say, if you're interested in new ideas and emerging brands, the BZB Gear booth is definitely a place to go when you're in Barcelona. That's booth 5H3000. I will be there, and I look forward to checking out all your innovations you're going to have on show. Thank you again, Chris, for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. We always appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you and everyone else at the show. Safe travels.
Absolutely. See you there. Thank you again, Chris Graham, Business Development Manager, National and International Sales for BZB Gear. My name is Dan Farisi. I'm Group Director of Content and Editorial, Industrial and Tech here at Emerald. As I mentioned, you can visit the BZB Gear booth at booth 5H3000 in Barcelona, and we will, at commercialintegrator.com, be covering everything from bell to bell before and after the show, including the latest and greatest from BZB Gear. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.